Greetings, Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon. Welcome to your 3 reading by Ama Light Worker. The first portion of this video, it will be an Akashic Records reading for your sign, and the second portion of the video, it will be a tarot reading where I will be pulling out a few cards for your sign. Remember, these are general readings, and if you like to have your own personal reading with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I have done an additional video for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. And for those of you who are interested, those videos are available for download and purchase through email through the link posted down here below in the Show More description box. When you do purchase the Vimeo videos, you help to support this channel. Pay attention to the reading for your rising sign and your moon sign because you are going to gain additional information. Okay, now let's focus on your Akashic Records reading for 3 areas. There's a lot of energy moving. Anything that you be struggling or have struggles internally, emotionally, self-doubts, your own personal conversation with your own private self. So anything that was going on internally with you, now it feels that you will be able to figure it out. You are going to feel free, liberated. For all of your areas, this feeling of freedom and liberation, it's coming because finally you're going to be able to get something off your chest. Dealing with the truth, dealing with lies, illusions hasn't been easy. But finally, remember, the truth is prevailing. For those of you who happened to go through a legal process through courts, through the justice system, there is a breakthrough, something good in the making. And if it's not going to be all concluded now, for sure, the door is opening so that you have to go through stages or steps 1, 2, 3 until everything is concluded. Anything that be beginning now could be a situation, could be things that you have to address in your life. They are all going to come to a resolution by, or it could come to a great celebration, a victory, something to be celebrated by 3. For those of you dwelling on the idea whether you should start a business, whether you should start a side job, a side gig, whether you should be self-employed, have a job, quit, which one to quit, it does feel that many of you are going to be consulting with a financial advisor. You'll be consulting with a mentor or spiritual coach. You'll be consulting with someone who is in a position of supervisor or manager. So in other words, somebody that is able to give you guidance, but also somebody who's truly going to break it down for you by numbers. Here's how much you save, here's what you're risking, so that you have a clear picture, okay, with the pros and the cons and the financial aspects. What do you gain and what potentially you'll be losing to facilitate this type of decisions. Some of you could be going through some sort of a registrar's office. Could be in a college, in an educational institution, For other ones, this could be connected with some form of registration, where you have to register a new family member, you have to register a marriage certificate, a death certificate. For some of you, you have to register some important information in connection to properties, putting a claim on a property, material possessions, or even in regards to a pet. Maybe in some countries you are required to officially register a pet, could be for travel reasons. For some of you, pay attention to how much you could be spending. Yes, there is money coming in from the usual sources, but sometimes in the spur of the moment, you not pay attention to the price. Okay, you end up going at the register thinking that maybe the discount is much bigger, and then when you actually get to the register, maybe it's not such a big of a discount. For some of you, there could be some miscommunications and misunderstandings in a situation where numbers are involved, finances, calculations. This could be during a work project. This could be during as you are keeping and maintaining your own personal finances, or if you are in charge of the family finances. This could be as you are trying to pay like a major bill that you are responsible for. So it's very important, particularly if you have to do a presentation of any kind, double check, triple check your numbers. If anything is connected to finances, bills, contracts about money, rental agreements, a business deal, financial negotiations, business negotiations, double check everything. For some of you, maybe you thought you lost a business opportunity. Maybe you thought you lost a opportunity to collaborate with someone. That might not be the case. You could be given a second chance to this collaboration. You could be ending up partnering, so there's a chance for partnership, but maybe partnering up with a different person or a different company. There is going to be a great deal of success in anything that you could be collaborating with others, partnering up, even if it is just in temporary basis, or even if it is just that one time. You could come together with groups of people to create, to paint, to brainstorm, to write a book, to decide about business ideas, to talk about a legal case. It could be the case that some of you now start to feel part of a community. There is a great deal of luck that find you now, especially as a result of collaborations and networking. If you have already done a lot of networking, remember, you are finally going to see the benefits of it. Many of you could be connecting or reconnecting with a whole new social cast, with a whole new social group. Lots of things are now going to become more enjoyable. You are going to feel more satisfied. Now, granted, you are going to go back and forth between that feeling, am I satisfied, not satisfied? But this only is happening if you are paying unnecessary attention to tiny little details that are not so important. Aries, in E3, it's very important that you do not lose sight of the big picture. What are you doing now today? What are you doing this week, this month to contribute to that big picture, to that big idea, to that big goal? Many of you are going to decide to let go of something. because you have been ready for it, because for some of you, maybe you are sensing that there's no future, it's not moving forward. You have to let go of some fears, ideas, anger. So these emotions that maybe they only exist in your mind. Maybe your mind is exaggerating the intensity of that feeling. If you are an Aries who happen to go through a breakup recently or during this time, it turned out to be a true blessing for you. Some of you are going to end up signing an important contract, an important deal. For some of you could be a rental agreement. And it's going to be something that will be long-term, long-lasting. It will provide a great deal, a great sense of stability. You are now going to start to feel more even. There's a sense that there's balance in your finances. You are going to start to feel a little bit more in control. Like, you are in charge of your life, you are in charge of your finances, you have some sort of a control, because for a long time, many of you Aries had to deal with sudden, unpredicted situations, sudden changes, things happening out of nowhere. Therefore, you did not feel in control. The key word is to stay calm. You could be dealing with a tiny little glitch, some sort of a miscommunication. The important thing is that stay calm, because this is a situation that it's very resolvable. Maybe in 5 minutes, maybe in 10 minutes, or stay calm so that you can quickly turn the situation around with your wits, with your quick thinking. For some of you, you have to take quickly action. I am shown some Aries may be preparing for a possible tornado, flooding, so something connected to nature, okay? Weather conditions that you'll be preparing in the event that will be happening. Many of you will be preparing during this time about the fall season. You could be preparing during this time for the winter season. You could be preparing your home if your home is ready to go for the fall, for the lower temperatures. You could be preparing your wardrobe as seasons are changing. And I see of you going through a calendar and trying to balance things off, moving and shifting things around this calendar. Doctor's appointments, your own personal appointments, social life, get-togethers. Some of you are going to prefer to have a couple of days where you do not worry about phones, internet. You are just going to pretty much enjoy life the old-fashioned way, if we can call it that, because I see a deep need for many of you to simply be around your loved ones and not having to worry about being on TV, playing video games, being on the phone, or having to depend on the internet. The Akashic records are also showing me many of you Aries around a fire. Could be in a camp, could be at the beach, could be in your own backyard. I see people around a fire, and it feels very relaxing. It feels like a good way to reconnect with people around you. For those of you who are going through a divorce, you could be signing significant paperwork in connection to this divorce. Could be about children, children's custody, could be about spousal support, or money that you get monthly for the children, or that you give monthly for the children that you have. But there is this sense of calmness. There is a sense that everything has been agreed upon. Now it's only a matter of going and through the paperwork so that you can sign whatever you need to sign. The Akashic records are also describing to me this sense, how you feel that you are rebuilding yourself back up. You could feel that your energy level, your physical energy is building up. You'll be feeling more relaxed. You find life more enjoyable. Some of you are going to get a sense that your finances are rebuilding. If there was something that maybe you had to spend some money, now it feels like little by little, you are making up the money that you did spend. Maybe you had to spend a lot of money during a vacation. Now you are building up the money that you did spend. And they are also showing me your eyesight, because for some of you, your eyesight could be sensitive maybe to the light. You could be having some sort of an allergy, and that could be affecting your eyes. You'll be having like a dry eye kind of a situation. And for some of you, you have to take care of somebody else who is having eye-related problems, maybe possible surgery. Pay attention to how your feelings are changing. Where your heart used to be a little closed, now it feels like it's completely open. Many of you are opening doors to a new relationship, and it could be some sort of a romantic situation or a relationship situation in the workplace. So for some of you, that could be the possibility, or with someone with whom you are connected through work or through co-workers. So maybe they're not directly connected to your work. You have to address a situation where a sudden meeting is called and an announcement will be made in regards to a supervisor you have, a manager you have, about a boss you have, or from a boss that you have. Because for some of you, you have to deal with some sudden changes at your work, particularly when it comes to your higher-ups. If anybody has dealt with a situation where maybe you were looking for fundings, maybe you work at some place where your company is looking for funds, available funds to fund an idea, a project, people's paychecks. So suddenly the money is available. The funds are coming through. If you are somebody who is waiting for the money to either be coming to your account or in your hand, maybe it's cash, but it has to go through either different accounts, money being transferred. Sometimes this money transfer not be so easy. They take days or weeks. Now it feels like the transfer is going through and the money is available in your account or accounts. It's very important that you remember, nothing is happening to stress you out, but think of it as the universe is giving you a nudge, is nudging you to get your attention. Okay, so you want to pay attention to repetitive signs, particularly through a song. Could be the same song that keeps popping up in your mind. Maybe it's the same song that plays around everywhere you go. You want to pay attention to the particular words of that song, if that is the case for you. Some of you are going to decide to donate money for a good cause. It's not necessarily a lot of money. It could be like a small donation. You may donate money to a cause connected to animals, shelters, connected to children. Some of you will be donating money to the zoos or something in connection to animals or pets. So you discover the most giving side of you, and you are going to feel pretty good, okay, about having to contribute something to make somebody else's life better. You could be hearing news about a humanitarian crisis. You'll be hearing news of groups of people, maybe even other countries, maybe migrants that are suffering in some way. There could be something, again, that it's not typical of the season. Either it's raining too much or something else. And some of you may be drawn to help or to contribute. You'll also be dealing or hearing from animal rights organizations. You'll be dealing with or hearing from, or maybe even could be about a documentary that maybe you end up watching about human trafficking. Some of you could be watching documentaries or a political debate about the economy, finances, bonds, stocks, investments, Wall Street, because I'm also seeing a lot of news about Twitter. You could be closely monitoring or hearing what is politically happening in your country. There is a sense of continuation. There is a sense of flow. You don't feel set back anymore. You don't feel that, whatever is coming up, you cannot handle it or deal with it. There is this sense that energy is flowing, things are happening, and you feel empowered, feeling like you have gotten your willpower back to deal with situations, to address and resolve your issues one by one. But most importantly, you seem to be very, very motivated, Aries, to do whatever it takes for the betterment of your life. Now, don't go anywhere, because I also have to open a few cards for you. And for those of you who are interested to know more, remember to click in the link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos for download and purchase. I have made an additional video for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. And remember, when you do purchase the Vimeo videos, you are contributing to this channel. The first card that wanted to show up for you is the Emperor. The Emperor represents, or to me it means, a father or a father-like figure. This could be an uncle, a father, a great-father, a great-great-father, a teacher, a mentor, so someone like a father figure to you who may be alive or maybe has crossed on the other side, who is showing up in this reading to give you some advice or a warning. But to me, it also means construction, formation. It means that during this time, someone or something may show up in your life to change your direction for the better, or to give you an opportunity to create an alliance, a partnership, or to enter a relationship. My spiritual team is saying that for many of you, you are going to have the sense that through your dreams, you are communicating with your loved ones on the other side. Some of you have been feeling this shift in vibration, or maybe you have been desiring for a while now to have new love in your life. And I keep hearing the collective father or father-like energy saying that they have been working on your behalf to organize an encounter with destiny. For some of you, this is a relationship, an encounter with destiny. For other ones, this is an encounter with destiny that is, it's more like an opportunity to generate money, whether you need a job or promotion, or whether one of your business idea needs to be successful. The next card that you have is very interesting because here's the date. Okay, here's destiny, it's meant to be, and here you have gifts. These are so meaningful, and these are cards from very different decks, but they fit so well together because that's how tarot reading works. Two of Cups to meet means two people coming together seemingly by chance. It means people coming together in the sense of sisterhood or brotherhood. So chance meetings, chance encounters that are meant to shift your current destination to a better, much more positive direction. It means also people going out on a date or the celebratory conclusion to some sort of a negotiations or agreement. So negotiations going very well. So for some of you, this is spirit bringing you together in a sudden chance encounter with someone with whom you're going to be romantically linked, because the next card indicates is destiny. Okay, someone you met or someone that you are about to meet is going to be written in stars. It is your destiny to end up meeting in this lifetime together, because you are meant to be in a relationship together. You are either meant to come together to resolve old karma or to be together forever in this lifetime. Whether it's the case of resolving old karma or enjoying each other's company, coming together in a strong relationship in this lifetime, it's going to be very enjoyable for both parties involved. It does feel that for some of you, it could be that you are going to meet this person through other friends, other acquaintances, or through family members. And it's very interesting because I see some of you going to somebody who reads your palm, to a palm reader. Some of you could be looking into the stars. Maybe you are going to focus on astrology and finances. You could be going to get a reading, but information that you have no idea is going to come up. They come up, okay, and it's going to be very enjoyable for you to hear this type of information. So it feels like the channels to finally bring you closer to this person, to your destiny, is opening up. And this could be a deeply meaningful relationship for some of you. The next card that you have, so falling in love, sudden chances, meeting somebody, it's the destiny, falling in love, receiving gifts. People could be very generous toward you. During this time, you could be receiving material gifts, material wealth. It also means that during this time you could be receiving spiritual gifts for the benefit of your soul's purpose, for the benefit of you growing as a soul and maturing as a person. This could be romance, this could be love, this could be forgiveness. For some of you, it's connected to you developing your intuition, your psychic powers. But for some of you, it's the bliss, the joy, the happiness of meeting this person. And the next card that you have, it's from a different deck. This is priorities, building blocks for life. So a partnership or a relationship that you could be forming now, maybe recently you formed, could be a very solid relationship that will provide you with the structure that your life needs. One by one, you are building what you need in your life, whether you need finances, strong finances to build your life, whether you need a solid circle of friendships, or whether you need other opportunities. Opportunities will be coming together for you, because some of you could be creating during this time the foundation for the rest of your life. I see some of you purchasing a home. I see some of you having to deal with a car. You are either selling a car or buying a car, either or you are dealing with material possessions and material wealth. You are going to feel connected once again, if you have been feeling disconnected, from discovering your soul's true path, your soul's true purpose. So everything that you are going to end up doing, pay attention to synchronicity, because it feels like you yourself can feel like everything is happening right on time, divine timing. It's also going to be another powerful theme for your number. Remember to click on the link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos for download and purchase if you'd like to know more. This is a general reading, and if you like to have a personal reading with me, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit the website www.amalightworker.com. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, a thumbs up, and do leave me a comment because I'm always curious to hear how this reading will pan out for you. Thank you very much again, and I will see you in the next video.